guys, it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another installment of The Squish. This is a kind of mid-century inspired tiny home. I actually just started building and experimenting, and it just reminded me of a mid-century home for some reason. It also kind of reminds me of a container home because from this angle, it looks like those are just pieces of metal, which I really liked. And so it's kind of like a container home. It's kind of got some mid-century influence on the interior and the door, of course. So it's a mixture of things. And this was one of those little passion projects where I just sat down and I started building, had no idea what I was going for to begin with. And I was just really enjoying it. And I did it all in one sitting. I love when that happens. It's so good. I hope you guys do enjoy this. Anyway, when this video goes up, I'm once again going to be on a plane. So any positive thoughts you have for me below would be great because I'm going to be flying for like 10 hours today and I'm probably not enjoying it, but leave those down below. I should be home later on tonight when this is going up, and then tomorrow I'll be hopefully rested up and back at it. And yeah, so Hi guys, how are you guys doing? This is one of the last videos that I'm recording for my trip away, so I'm probably kind of out of things to talk about, although I have one more to record, but you guys will have already seen that before you see this, so that's fun. Anyway, we're kind of messing around with the outside here. I did start off with the green panels, but then I decided beige would look cooler, and I really liked that accent of the darker brown one, and I kind of made the floor tiles go across. We messed with that a bunch of times and fixed it up later. I also liked the idea of a sunken outside area. It's kind of like a living space. There isn't a living space inside, but there is a dining space, a kitchen, a bathroom, and a bedroom area because it is a really small home, and I figured you can just chill out here. And I know that's not ideal if it's raining or whatnot, but there is a television inside by the bed, and you can just go hang out in the bedroom and watch TV. I know sometimes your Sims will sit down on the side of the bed and watch TV, and sometimes they'll stand, but there is a television if you would like to have your Sims entertain that way. There's also a stereo, or you can come out here and relax. So I thought that was kind of nice. I also liked using that table in the living space down there from Jungle Adventure. It matched the wood tones I was going with perfectly, and I don't know when the last time I used that table is. I really like it. I just feel like I never use it, so I was excited to do that. Every time I use an item I haven't used in a while, I'm just like, oh, it's like it's fresh and new and exciting, and it just makes me really excited to build more because I'm like, why don't I just use items I don't use that often? I created a challenge like a year or so ago. I don't know if it was a year or 2 years ago. It was like the things I never use build challenge, and I made a really interesting house using only items that I typically would not click on. So that was fun. But I do really like starting a build inspired by a particular item that I might not have used before. So maybe I should do that again sometime soon. Like just pull out a lot full of items that I don't normally use and see which one inspires me to do a build based around it. I think that could be kind of fun. Maybe I'll just pull up a couple of different, that could be a video series. I show you guys this lot of items, and then I'm like, okay, let's vote between these 4 items. Which one should we theme a build around? And that could be fun. That's an idea. Let me know what you think about that. I feel like every video that's been going up while I'm gone, I'm just like, I have this idea. Let me know what you think about that. And I'm going to get back and I'm going to have no idea what you guys are talking about. And it's going to be fun because I'm going to have to listen back to this and try and figure out what I was trying to say. But I'm excited to read those responses, and yeah. So anyway, we're figuring out the floor plan, and we added some skylights in here. The bedroom is its own separate space, but there's no door. It's just kind of a wall separating it, which I thought looked kind of nice. And I still have this weird thing going on with the tiling on the outside of the house, this wood paneling. I do keep it those colors and in those spaces, but I don't have all of the lighter toned one kind of go in random directions. See, it's fixed up. And then I sectioned off these little brown areas. One of them ends up having a grill in it, and the other one ends up having some planters in it. I just wanted it to kind of continue that line from the roof down, but also make it kind of a separate space leading you into that sunken living area. I also tried adding a bunch of plants along here. I got rid of those in the end, and I eventually added some dividing plants that are the same type of plant that we have there. You can see them. I'm adding them now because they have this little brown base, and I thought that looked kind of nice. And then I raised up a bush over here and added another bush to try and link the two together to frame it out like that. This is very simple. The house shape of this is super simple, but I really enjoyed it because it's just all these wood panels in the front, and I like it. I don't know, it's just something different, and I really like those items. We got a version of them both with City Living and with Get Famous. These are the ones from Get Famous because the City Living ones kind of sit halfway between the wall, so it'll be poking through on both sides, whereas the Get Famous ones just sit on one side of the wall, and I thought that worked better for what I was going for. But I think they're both really cool depending on what situation you want them for. They're a really nice decorative item. Anyway, also because of how small the bedroom space was, I mean, I could have fit that dresser in there and put the TV on top of that, but I decided to put the dresser in like the entryway. I thought it could be just like a nice storage solution for whatever you want, but also then you have a place for your Sims to go ahead and change their clothes. Of course, you could do that in the bathroom mirror, but I like to sometimes add dressers as well in these tiny homes. And then this is the table and chairs. We only have 2 seating spaces, but there's definitely room outside if you want to add another table and chairs out there, or you could just eat at the bed or at the outdoor eating spaces. So there's definitely a lot of places that you can just relax and eat. I also did playtest this build and everything is functional, including the radio that I'm going to size down and put on the dresser by the front door. I wasn't sure if it was going to work because I sized it down and raised it up, but you don't really fully interact with radios. You just kind of click turn on and like dance and stuff. So it works. And I was excited about that because I felt like it fit the theme that I was going for in here. And like I said, this is just like inspired in my head of what I think of when I think of mid-century, but it's also in tiny home form. So it's not going to be all of the big, crazy, fun items because we only have a limited space. But I definitely went for like kind of an older color palette, a lot of browns and yellows, and I really like it. I don't think I've ever used that swatch on the Seasons bed, the brown one that we used in this build. But so that was kind of nice to use, but I really like how simple this build is. There's just something about it that's like pleasing to my eyes, and I hope you guys like it too. But let me know what you guys think of it in the comments down below, of course. And also this will either tonight or tomorrow. If it's not already on the gallery, it will be either tonight or tomorrow sometime. And you'll know because there'll be a link down below on the download link to the online gallery. And of course, you'll always be able to find my builds if you also search Gryphi or the hashtag MsGryphi on the gallery. That's my origin ID, which is just Gryphi. It's just my username without the MS in the beginning. But I'm not sure if this got uploaded before I left or not. So if it's not up there, it will be soon. And yeah, we're just adding some artwork in the bedroom here. And then I do add some of these long curtains as well, just a couple of them. I imagine they were probably pulled to the sides and you can extend them across the whole place. But of course, those panels on the outside of the build also probably create quite a bit of privacy. And that's that stereo that I sized down. I just think it's so cool. I don't know if I've ever used that stereo object before. I think it's Space Game. I might be wrong. I'm not entirely sure. I did not limit pack usage in this build, but I think, yeah, earlier this week I did have a limited pack build, and I had base game build like I think last week or the week before sometime, and I want to do some more in the future. So if you have suggestions on good pack combos, please let me know. But we're just adding some clutter here in the bathroom. I like adding things on the back of toilets. I don't know why, but I just feel like it's a nice space to put some stuff. I guess in real life, I've always done that too. Also, I've been asked a couple of times like why I tend to always put that like medicine cabinet thing above toilets. And I feel like everybody in my entire life has had one above their toilet. And I have an over the toilet organizer as well. It's not like a cabinet like that. It's actually like a frame that we built in that comes up over the toilet and has shelves on it. So that's like always a normal place for me. But I don't know. I just wanted to explain that because I've gotten quite a few comments actually being like, why do you do that? You would hit your head on it or it'd be uncomfortable. And I'm like, you really don't notice. Like, you don't even touch it in real life. But anyway, we're just adding some landscaping here. I just tried to keep it pretty minimal and make the house just kind of shine in this area. I also tried adding a fence on this side. I think we ended up with the low-lying one in the end. And then just figuring out how to cover some of these blank walls. I used a lot of ivy. But that's pretty much it. We're coming to the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so very much for watching. We're going to go into screenshots now, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.